Up guys, back again on my channel Tubiki. That night, the Bangkok sky was bathed in orange light from the skyscrapers. The sound of honking cars, the glittering city lights, and the aroma of street food formed a symphony typical of the Thai capital. Inside a luxury hotel in the heart of the city, Kwan Ja Yang, known to the world as G-Dragon, sat quietly on the balcony of his suite, gazing wordlessly at the sky. He had just finished his final rehearsal for his solo concert the next day. Despite his strong exterior, his heart felt empty. Not from fatigue, not from pressure, but from longing. Longing for a past he only silently remembered, the days when Big Bang stood complete, passionate, and unwavering. There was a knock on the bedroom door. G-Dragon sighed. "Come in," he said quietly. A manager entered and whispered, "Hi, someone wants to see you. They said you'll understand if you hear this." His manager played a voice message from his phone. Yangi opened the door. "I'm here, bro." The voice immediately ran like electricity through his body. G-Dragon stood up quickly and ran to the door. As soon as it opened, he froze. "Choi Sung Han." His voice was barely audible. T.O. stood before him, wearing a dark fedora and a long coat. He smiled slightly, his calm eyes holding a million stories. "It's been a while, huh?" he said casually. G-Dragon didn't answer. He stepped forward and hugged his friend tightly. It was the embrace of two men who had been through everything together. Debut, stage, laughter, tears, goodbyes, and now reunion. "What are you doing here?" G-Dragon asked, still half in disbelief. T-Dope smiled mysteriously. "I thought you needed someone to remind you that you're not alone." That night, they sat on the balcony, sipping tea, laughing about the past, and staying silent together when words were no longer necessary. "Tomorrow, do you want to perform with me?" G-Dragon asked suddenly. T-Dope turned. "I didn't come to perform, but to say, I'm proud of you." G-Dragon smiled, for the first time in a long time, not because of the camera, but because his heart was warm. Under the Bangkok sky, two old friends reconnect. Not through song, not on stage, but through a silence that only those who have truly been together at the top and bottom of the world can understand. The next morning, G-Dragon woke up earlier than usual. The Bangkok sun was peeking through the white curtains, flooding the room with golden light. He got out of bed and walked out to the balcony, where, in his typical style, T.O.P. was sitting, reading the local newspaper and sipping Thai iced coffee. "I forgot you're an early riser now," G-Dragon said with a yawn. T.O.P. turned his head and smiled slightly. "And I forgot you're still living by a vampire's sleep schedule." They chuckled, but before G-Dragon could go back inside to wash his face, T.O.P. got up. Fully disguised, hats, masks, and sunglasses, the two K-pop icons slipped out of the hotel looking like two Korean college students on vacation. A modest van was waiting, driven by a local driver who seemed to know who they were, but pretended not to. Professional. Without further ado, they decided to board a flight to Chiang Mai that night. "When was the last time you traveled without a manager and a camera?" Top asked. "Back then, before things got this bad," G-Dragon replied quietly. "In Chiang Mai, They stayed at a traditional guest house. Early that morning, Top took G-Dragon to a cooking class. They laughed when their fried rice burned, and other tourists mistook them for a Korean comedy couple. See you in the next video, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and notification.